Alright guys, so today's video was actually a suggestion in the comments of one of my last videos as a video idea to go ahead and present to you guys, and I thought to myself, it is a fantastic idea, so I figured why not, let's go ahead and do a video on it. Now the premise behind it is to get my take on the 3 best Valkyries in each elemental type, so mecha, psychic, and biological. Now I would have done quantum as well, but we don't have enough to be able to make an actual, suggestion or pick out favorites. So I just went ahead with these 3. Once we get more quantum type Valkyries, then I'll definitely go ahead and update this. Now I did go ahead and start out with the mecha types. Now keep in mind, like I mentioned, the Valkyries that I choose for each one of the elemental typings are not necessarily the best Valkyries, but the ones that I enjoy the most to play with and that I really find to be the best in my opinion for each elemental type. So starting with the mechas, I did go ahead with the Ayrshire of Reason, Cyber Angel Bronya, Vermilion Knight, and Shadow Knight. Now these are the 3 Valkyries that I consider to be the best in the mecha typing. In the comments down below, let me know your guys' list, or let me know your guys' suggestion, and if you have different Valkyries or if you have a different list than I do, which I'm sure you will, then let me know in the comments down below as well. Now the reason I picked these 3 Valkyries in particular is because I really do enjoy playing with them, and I think they are fantastic Valkyries for their typing. Cyber Angel Bronya, I don't really think there's an explanation that needs to be made for her. She is one of the best Valkyries in the game, if not the best, and I think she's just a staple when it comes to a mecha type Valkyrie that you might be choosing from. Vermilion Knight, she's just fantastic with her survival and invincibility, that she just becomes a staple on the team, as well as a great damage dealer and a good DPS and a good fire elemental damage Valkyrie to go ahead and choose from. And then Shadow Knight, not only because she did get a pre-arm with the Nuada's Revenge, which makes her such a top tier Valkyrie and really made her the Valkyrie that most people wanted her to be, but she also does great damage. She has damage reduction now, and she becomes a Valkyrie that you can utilize as a lightning elemental type if you're looking for that. She QTEs pretty easily with just about any team, and I don't know, I personally like her a lot. She's a Fuhua. Who does not like Fuhuas? And Shadow Knight is just fantastic, especially when she gets her brand new outfit. That is going to be something to see. Now, moving on to the biological typing. Now, this typing was pretty difficult. The mechas was difficult as well. Do not get me wrong. There are a lot of good ones like Memento. I was very close to putting her on the list. But biological was a tough one also because there are so many good biological type Valkyries. But the 3 that I had to choose personally for myself was, of course, God Kiana, Striker Fulminata, and Ice Rita. These 3, just whenever I'm looking for a biological type, are the ones that kind of round it out for me. They're the ones that I always go to, and I just love their playstyles, and I enjoy using them as my biological type Valkyrie to go ahead and choose. Now, of course, like I mentioned, there's some other great biological types, like Flame Sakitama was close to making the list, as well as Night Moonbeam. Those are some great honorable mentions. But if I had to pick 3, these would be the 3 that I would go with. Now, of course, God Kiana, no real reason or explanation, I should say, on why I chose her. Her being the Ayrshire of Void, just like the Ayrshire of Reason. Just, she's one of the best Valkyries in the game. I would probably say 2nd, maybe 3rd best. I know that's up for discussion, and you can kind of, place them and toss them up in just however you subjectively see them. But God Kiana, just her damage output, what she's able to bring with her kit and her tools, being able to, freeze enemies and lock them in place on almost at will, and then her ultimate along with her snap just makes her, destroy psychic type enemies. So she's a fantastic Valkyrie, as well as her QTE is easily triggered, and you can really get that off, and it is a fantastic QTE. Then Striker Fulminata, this may be a surprise to some of you, maybe not if you're longtime subscribers or you've been watching my videos for a while. Striker Fulminata is a Valkyrie that I have mentioned is one of my most favorite Valkyries to use. When she was Valkyrie Blade Strike, I did not use her at all. I didn't even touch her. I don't even think I leveled her up at all, to be quite honest with you. But when she became Striker Fulminata, she got augmented. My boys, everything changed. The game changed. she became a Valkyrie that I use probably more often than any other Valkyrie. It's very close. And the reason being is because they just changed her kit entirely. Well, I shouldn't say entirely, but for the most part, just made her so much more viable, so much more fluid, and just so much easier to use. And I just grown to really love this Valkyrie and what she brings to the table. I don't know. I really enjoy Striker Fulminata. Let me know if you guys feel the same. And then Ice Rita. Ice Rita is a Valkyrie that I've had her back since the day I pulled her. I find her to be such a fantastic Valkyrie. I think she was one of the most underestimated Valkyries, or underrated, I should say. Overlooked as well. I think a lot of people just really underestimated how good Ice Rita really is. And the people that do have Ice Rita and use her really know how good she is. And in 3.8, she is getting a pre-arms for the Skady Undergood. And I hope I said that word right. I probably didn't. I probably butchered that. But she is getting that weapon pre-arms. And I can only imagine how much better she is going to be with that weapon. I am excited for that. But Ice Rita, she just does so much damage. She's able to freeze enemies in place, and not just any enemies, but even Memorial Arena bosses. Just about anybody she can go ahead and freeze into place. And her damage output and her damage reduction, you have to keep in mind when she pops her ultimate, her damage reduction goes through the roof to where she barely takes any damage. And a great ice elemental Valkyrie to choose if you're going to choose from your biological types. She is fantastic. So those are my 3 for the biologicals. Let me know in the comments down below what your 3 would be, or if you agree. Probably not with the Striker Fulminata. I know that's going to throw some people off, but what can I say? I love her. I do. Now, moving on, we have the Psychic type, last but not least. Now, the Psychic type was another difficult to choose from. All of them were difficult to choose from because there are such great Valkyries in each category or in each affinity. But I had to choose 3, and the 3 that I chose, probably a shocker or maybe not, was 1, Sage Fuhua. I really love Sage Fuhua. I love what she brings to the table, and I enjoy her kit. We also have 6 Serenade, which may not be a shocker to any of you guys, especially longtime subscribers. I love my 6 Serenade, my 6S. And then Hawk of the Fog. Hawk of the Fog, the augmented Valkyries I just truly enjoy, but Hawk of the Fog is one of them, just like Striker Fulminata, where when she was Valkyrie Accipiter, didn't even use her. I don't know if I leveled her up. I barely played with her. She just sat on the shelf. But when she augmented and became Hawk of the Fog, she is another Valkyrie. If I'm choosing from a Psychic type, that's probably one of my first go-to is Hawk of the Fog. She is fantastic. I truly enjoy playing with her, especially now that I have the Nuada's Revenge pre-arms and completely maxed out. She is a staple for my Psychic type team. Now, when it comes to Sage Fuhua, I just find her kit to be so useful. Her support passives and what she brings, being able to support the team, as well as do some pretty good damage herself. I just really love her playstyle. She's very fluid. I love trying to do different combos with her, and her ultimate is so awesome to look at. And she is able to trigger a lot of QTEs and buff the team. I really like Sage Fuhua. I was surprised because I didn't think I was going to like her as much as I do, but I really do. And then 6 Serenade, I mean, really no explanation. 6 Serenade is just one of my most favorite Valkyries. When she first came out, I instantly fell in love with her gameplay style, how easy she's able to be used. And now that I have her weapon, the Tranquil Arias, pre-armed to the Tranquil Rhapsody, her weapon skill, being able to pretty much turn into a Phantom Ghost, move around the map freely, not being able to take any damage, and then when you come out of it, you pull the enemies in and you could go right into your charge combo attacks. I mean, it makes 6 Serenade so much more fun to play with. I really enjoy 6 Serenade now that I pre-armed the Tranquil Arias into the Tranquil Rhapsody. So 6 Serenade, fantastic. I absolutely love her. And then, like I mentioned, Hawk of the Fog, her kit, her play style, her combos, her survivability, just everything about her. Her damage output is absolutely insane. If you do not know, I know a lot of you guys already understand that Hawk of the Fog is just so useful on a lot of teams. especially as a damage dealer for the psychic type, because psychic types are normally support type Valkyries. So when you have a good psychic type damage dealer, that just makes it all the best. Now, some honorable mentions for the psychic type was Lightning Empress. I was very close to putting her on because I do really love Lightning Empress, and Phoenix as well. Phoenix, such a great Valkyrie. I know she's going to be on a lot of your guys' list. She does so much damage, great support for the team, has a lot of viability. But when it comes to just playstyle, who I enjoy, who I gravitate towards too, these would be the three when I'm choosing my psychic types. So I don't know. That's just my my 3 Valkyries that I love to use for each typing. Like I mentioned, in the comments down below, let me know what your guys' are. But with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. And until next time, my boys, until next time, it's your homie Cody GT, and I'm out.